What's up, guys? It is the 13th of September, 2020, and the time is 2020 for me.
Cool.
It's Dav, and we've got with us.
You sound so dead. It's Dav, and we have with us. What's wrong, fam? Oh, it's Spidey, by the way. And then we got the Canadian, who likes to be called by his first name, Uncool.
Technically, that would be my last name.
Anyway, yeah. So, you're gonna introduce? You're gonna say hi, or you're just gonna be like, technically, that'd be my last name?
Well, we're one step closer to finding out his true identity.
Wait, who are we talking about?
You.
What?
What?
I feel like I've been very forthcoming with my identity.
Yep, you're Trudeau. We knew it. Trudeau's a weeb.
That would be interesting, but I would doubt it.
I didn't take you for a weep. I didn't know you were one, you know. We're all out here, and King's just like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway, it is.
So let's just get into the chapter of the Fairy Tale 100-Year Quest. Who wants to break it down this week?
You do.
Yeah, it's always
with
you,
that with that enthusiasm. Wait, isn't there any news?
Not really.
Not at the moment, no.
Nah, is the game news?
Mishima put up a couple of interesting drawings on his Twitter page if anybody wants
No. Mashima's doing that Twitter, that YouTube
Q&A
thing. No, not the Q&A thing. He's gonna do an art event on YouTube or some shit.
Oh,
super professional. I know of me. I know. Yeah, he's hosting a live art and whatever event for people because he couldn't go to the Comic Cons this year. So he's like, it's a good way for everybody to be there. And then if whatever you ask him to draw, he'll try to draw. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be screening people though, because we don't want no crazy shit. But
dude, there's gonna be so much next gen shit.
Yeah,
that's all it's gonna be. I'm calling it.
Okay, so I'll just get into summarizing the latest chapter, which is Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 64, Aldo Spring, which starts, as the title kind of implies, with all the girls naked in a hot spring in a town that is pretty small, but was apparently created to monitor Alderon. Aside from the Fairy Tale girls, Brandish is actually with them and decides to pull a little prank by making all of them miniature size, following which they get off to a couple of adventures, wandering the halls of their resort. Juvia finding herself in a very peculiar situation, but one that I'm sure we know she enjoys.
Thoroughly.
Natsu and Lucy find each other and eventually decide that, they want her to be returned to normal, so they go out searching for Brandish, and they think it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but it's actually surprisingly easy. They literally find her on the next page. And so Brandish decides to undo her spell, and everybody is returned to normal, though in very unusual circumstances, to say the least. And Brandish decides to leave while reminding Lucy that she's still on the hunt for Aquarius's key, which is still in the Giltina continent. And back at the inn that the Fairy Tale members were staying in, the White Witch is waking up. She is distraught because she says Elantir has swallowed the moon. And everybody who was who was there to watch her and guard over her is freaking the fuck out because they can't fight her because they literally left the most useless mages in the history of Fairy Tale, minus Macau, to guard her. And that is the end of the chapter.
Paul, are you saying Macau isn't useless, or
No, I'm saying he's also one of the useless ones, but he isn't in this particular scene.
All right. We good. Then I needed that clarification.
I thought it was obvious, but fair enough.
I'm not gonna lie. The way you describe the chapter is, how do I word this? I don't know. I just feel like there was so many shenanigans that you could have talked about, and I feel like you're like, yeah, so this happened.
There's a lot of nice boobs.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to overly detail the fact that Juvia literally turned herself in tiny and became water in Gray's mouth. Plus, I didn't want to make Dav jealous.
No, that's not gonna make me jealous.
I mean,
Dude,
I would figure that
Gray's
it
tongue
just would because
was
you would
all
want her in
over
your
her.
mouth.
That's fine.
Grace's tongue
That's
was
fine.
all over her.
I didn't deny
over
that.
her.
Juvia is happy. I am happy. I am letting her go free.
And then
What a cunt.
and then we
Because I'm getting a new girl soon, fam. Don't worry.
he's got Miku. He just got Miku, bro. He traded
Yep.
for Miku right now.
I've got Miku right now, so
Miku the Vocaloid?
no. Oh god, no. Miku Nakano from Quintuplets. See the ship, right? The ship is sailing. I'm happy to let Juvia be with the person she truly wants to be with, even if it's fine because I got Miku now. And Air, I'm coming for Rin. I'm probably not gonna get her, but I'm coming for her.
Oh yeah, you're not getting Rin.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not.
You're probably gonna need Aqua, Megumin, and Darkness.
Oh, I'm coming for her. Don't worry.
And then we got Lucy sitting on Natsu's face again. At this point, Natsu's just expecting it like once a week. We got Gagio and Levy had a cute little moment where Gagio was like, "Oh yeah, I was super tall and now you're super tiny." Telling her kids this is gonna be funny or something. I thought that was nice.
I don't know how that's gonna be. It's gonna be some dead story, bro. If I was a kid and my dad was like, "Oh, so let me tell you about your mum and I." There was one time I was big and she was small, bro. Why are you wasting my time?
My guy, pretty sure they're gonna be more enthusiastic by that shit.
No, but how do you make that story more enthusiastic? Woo! Your mum was like fucking 2 inches tall. Woo!
Don't be Ric
Yeah, it doesn't
Flair
seem like a
either.
very interesting story because each incident literally only happened for the equivalent of like maybe 5 minutes in the series, give or take.
Like legitimately, if my dad called me out of my room to tell me the story, I'll just walk away.
Yeah, I'd be like,
I'll
you're wasting
sleep.
my time.
You just wasted 30 seconds of my life. Probably lost a few Mude wishes because of that and everything.
Oh yeah, we should have talked about that, but you know, by the time this comes out,
Everything's gonna be gone.
Yep. Oh, touchdown! Okay, sorry. No, yeah, this chapter didn't really have much going for it. It's kind of boring. Cute moments.
Like you said, it's just a shenanigans chapter.
I'm interested by the end. The end, Elantir
Yeah.
swallowed the moon. Who's Elantir? What is Elantir? And by the moon, does she in the actual moon, or does she mean what's her name, Celine?
I would assume that it means Celine.
I would assume so too, but
I don't want no Naruto. I don't want no Naruto. The last shit where we actually go to the moon.
I mean, I hope not.
I don't see that happening.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool though, because then Natsu would finally kiss Lucy. And I want to see I want to see the internet break. So that would be kind of cool.
You think Naruto would kiss Lucy because they're going to the moon? Oh, that's funny, bro.
No, he's referring to a scene in the movie because that actually happened between Naruto and Hinata.
Yeah.
I ain't seen the movie, so I ain't seen Naruto, so
Because like the whole like romance between the two was building up through the course of the movie, and then just like at the climax of the movie was when
it only built up during the movie because nothing before that.
No, I agree with that. I'm just talking about what happened specifically during that time period.
So the movie came out, and then there was a ship, and then they kissed. Is it canon?
Yeah, it is now. I mean, they have 2 kids now.
Was it canon when it came out? I know they got married at the end of the show, but was it like
I don't remember the exact date of the release, but I would imagine so. Yeah.
The movie happened after, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Not to mention the final chapter does have a flash. Chapter 700 has a flash forward to their kids. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true too.
Fair enough.
fucking fake, fucking weeb.
I mean, fake weeb. What's that? Because I don't want to sit there and watch like 500 episodes.
Like you could skip like half of them. It's all filler anyway.
I feel like
That's
it's
the
like
problem.
most of it.
Yeah, it's got a
Like,
heavy filler.
how
but
many?
that's the problem.
It's like 300 something filler episodes.
Yeah, I don't
If
want
I'm
to
not,
skip filler episodes.
there's like Naruto Kai or something. Some guy edited the entire series to just be like the non-filler content, and it's
Bruh.
actually pretty good. It's like
I would
60,
just read the
70 episodes.
manga if you wanted to.
No, but then you miss the soundtrack and the fucking high-pitched voice of Naruto saying "Believe it."
That's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
But yeah.
Anyway, does anyone have any other opinion about this chapter they want to share, or a prediction for the next one?
I haven't got anything really.
There's like, okay, so people are really gonna be like, you guys are just rushing through this. Here's the thing. People. People complain that we last like 2 hours recording, and we're trying to, tone that down. But we also have Dab trying to play Call of Duty, some new event. We got the King of Uncool trying to watch Mission Impossible.
What?
Oh wait, no, you don't want to watch Mission. Oh my god, I get it.
And we got Spidey watching football.
I'm like, look, man. I'm just not feeling this week's chapters, man. Chill.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fair.
Even in Eden Zero, okay, with Eden Zero, the first chapter we'll talk about, tentacle monster attacks them. A little bit of technical action. Shiki realizes gravity underwater is different, so he tries to use his power and he can't.
All right. Don't be going to the second part just yet. So Fairy Tale chapter, we kind of broke down what we wanted. King, do you have any predictions?
I was actually just curious about the name Elentier because I have no idea who that's supposed to be. I thought for a second it might be the Gold Dragon because I didn't actually remember what his name is, but apparently that's not him.
No,
The Gold Dragon is someone called Viernes. I'm probably mispronouncing that.
Yeah, buddy.
Whatever.
No.
So like I'm actually curious about this because I don't know what Elentier is, and it might not even be a person. It might be a phenomenon of some sort.
Well, if I remember correctly, the translator for Sorcerer Weekly said that Elentier is like a reference to Tolkien.
I was about to say, yeah.
To what?
I just googled it. Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien.
Oh, Tolkien. Oh, the Lord of the Rings dude.
Yeah.
Oh, is it from? Because I've never actually read the books.
So it is a character that Tolkien created and then abandoned during the writing of Akalabeth.
Hmm?
I feel like you just insulted me. Akalabeth.
I've never seen it. So.
I mean, I don't think it would have been in the movies because I don't remember it from the movies either.
If
but
we
then
want to
again, they're
go,
very long.
So yeah, looking up the translator specifically said, looking up the name at the end, Erentia, I got a match with a Tolkien character named Elentier.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, nothing happened this chapter. I expect the next chapter to also be filler and some progression, but not really because these last two chapters have been mostly feeding the fandom, the ship fandom.
I think the next chapter is going to be them talking to Tuka and the White Witch, trying to find out what she means by Elentier. And then the rest of the gang is going to arrive back at the guild, talk to her. She might act out or do some stupid shit. And then, next chapter, the one after that is when they probably go off and actually do something.
But Brandish bringing up Aquarius makes me think that Aquarius is going to be found next sub arc, if you will.
Yeah, the next like that's what I think. I think Celine's next. They're gonna go find Celine because of the whole celestial spirit constellation nonsense. I have a
plus
feeling
the White Wizard thing.
Celine, I'm calling it now, has the key.
Nah, not
Well,
your
she
best
knows where it is.
prediction. Not your best prediction, but okay, we'll go with it.
I've never thought about a non-human having the celestial spirit key.
She might not use
Kinda
it.
just-
But
Do you mean like she's not? I don't mean like maybe she hasn't made a contract. She just has the key. Like she just
yeah, no,
had it
she's
in
just in
for
possession of it
herself?
because everyone knows what the keys are. Well, most people know what the
Presumably.
keys are.
But do we know for a fact that the dragon gods know what the keys are?
Well, no, we don't, but we can assume that they do because
Most
anyone.
people do seem to know it. Like Margear knew all about the celestial spirits. I would imagine if the dragon gods are several hundred years old.
Let's talk about that. That's the biggest what the fuck moment ever.
What?
Margear telling Celestial Spirit we meet again, but we don't get reference to when they first met. That's fucked up.
No, I would agree. Like there was a funny joke with that. Like Margear knew Acnologia to an extent. He knew this. He has a very active social life, despite being the king of the underworld. He apparently knows all these other.
Margear was going to
people.
parties left and right.
Yeah, something like that.
My boy was trying to be Lucifer.
I need to
Yeah,
still watch
yeah. I
season
mean, he was
5,
the
actually.
underworld king, if you think about it. So it's not a totally inaccurate way to look at it.
But of course, no, but yeah, that's one thing I hope we revisit. I don't know how that would work.
I would be down for that. Not necessarily. I don't want to see Margear ever again, but I would like to know more about like what the Celestial Spirit King maybe did in the past. If
You might
even has
reference
connections
Margear,
in the
yeah.
back. Yeah, just like a reference or a flashback.
I feel like Aquarius is going to play a big part in the defeat of Celine Dion.
Holy shit, Celine Dion's gonna. She's. Oh my days. That's gonna be. I feel like Celine's gonna be one of those fights where she doesn't necessarily get defeated, but I have a feeling she's gonna end up swapping sides.
So she's going to be Mercphobia.
Yeah, I was just
but
thinking that seems a little bit too repetitive.
If
I wouldn't be
anything,
surprised if she's the first dragon god to just straight up die.
she just gets one shot.
No, well, not. I don't mean one shot. but I
can
do
you
mean, like,
imagine?
wiped out of existence?
Oh, she just actually dies, like actually just flipping obliterate. Oh,
Yeah, like
Can
straight
you-
up Acnologia style.
Can
I
you
don't know.
imagine? Can you imagine the salt if she gets one shot?
dude, I would have
can.
enough salt to make my dinner better.
It would be like God Serena all over again.
Scott Serena was
Serena
always
was
overhyped
so
and useless
shit.
trash.
Yeah,
God
I'll never
I
Serena
don't
forget-
was
disagree with
more-
that, but at the same time, I would hope that he wouldn't have ended up that way.
I would like God Serena was just that. I'll never forget. I was watching, and then I heard him, and I said to my friends, like, "Yo, who's this man's?" And they're like, "Oh, don't worry, just get ready." They were hyping him up for me, right, as a joke. Get there, and he just gets clapped, and I was just like, "Bruh."
My boy went.
Utterly, too.
he-
It's like he
he
had
tried
no
to-
chance whatsoever against either of the people he fought.
He tried to go against the king and just got murdered. Like, boy, what you doing? What you doing, boy?
Because he took out the
He took out the
Wizard
Wizard Saints. See,
right?
but the
we
thing
don't
was,
see it. We don't see it. We don't see him actually do it. So I was like, "Oh, yo, this
No,
guy
yeah,
must
we
be
do.
strong." 'Cause-
No, we don't see the initial part. We always see like the latter
you're
half.
right. You're
Yeah, we
you're
don't
right.
actually see the fight. So I was like, when I went and got back to him, I was like, "Hey, yo, this guy just claps out the Wizard Saints." But at the same time, the Wizard Saints don't necessarily mean that they're like the most powerful, like fighting wise.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yo, this guy's kind of crazy," and then he gets slipping one shot, and I was just like, "Oh, never mind." And then he gets clapped out again. I know he was a projection or a memory or whatever, but he still got clapped out.
I found it funny that they tried to make it seem like Natsu was struggling, just so there wouldn't be so much salt when Gildarts one shot him.
I feel like people were still salty, but I wasn't around at the time when it came out, so I don't really know.
Oh, the salt was real, bro. The salt was real.
Yeah.
I hope Selena's doesn't get killed. She's kind of hot, but
You would.
you know, we need more hot girls. I know. I saw someone
Because the
colored
fucking
Kyria.
guild isn't filled with them. You fucking.
The whole series.
You're
is filled
telling
with them.
me the more the better is not true.
No, I totally agree with the more the
Yeah.
better. I'm just saying it's a weird
The
thing
guild
to
is
want,
filled with
considering
them.
that there's a clear evidence that we already have a lot and we will get
but
more later.
I would like more. You know, just more. Just more. I can't wait to see more Kyria.
I just hope that this. I actually agree with Dev. I think she's gonna die, but I think Ignio's son is gonna kill her.
So you think he's gonna like intervene in the fight and kill her at the end when maybe she's on the ropes at the hands of Fairy Tale?
Yeah, because remember he said he. Remember what he said at the end of the last chapter or the chapter before that, where he wants Natsu to burn the world.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna, Team Natsu's gonna do their typical thing. They're gonna fight. They're gonna try to talk it out. They're gonna fight some more, talk it out, and then Celine is like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll change my ways or whatever." You're gonna have old boy come out of nowhere and just kill her. You're gonna have Natsu fit a rage and just unlock his END mode once more.
Would you say unlock the END mode? Do you mean literally END, or do you just mean he just goes ham?
Well, because apparently the Japanese have like END could be for like the dragon god or the actual demon shit, right? I feel like he's gonna have a combination of both because if you look at his abilities when he uses Ignea's powers, he does have that END, the demon form. He has that kind of look mixed with Dragon Force. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just fully unleashes and rages real hard and just that becomes a subplot where he's like destroying the world and they need to figure out how to save him.
I think it's possible.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind seeing that, actually. It would be something that might actually open up more avenues for power. Well, I say power-ups, but just new abilities that they might use. I enjoy it when we get something new. That's not a power-up. It's just a new attack.
That'd be pretty cool though if you think about it. You have Ignea versus full powered dragon god demon whatever Natsu versus Fairy Tale.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the new the god versus the immortal versus the dragon that Zareth mentioned at the end of chapter 436. Kind of cool. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing more to add,
Nothing really. I think we just have to wait for when they actually do something. These chapters have been fun, but I'm not gonna lie. I just want something else now.
You're not a shipper, Dav?
Not really. I don't care for him.
Cool. All right. Since this discussion is gonna be short, because Eden Zero was kind of the same, where stuff happened but nothing really happened. At
I'll
least in
catch
my
up with
opinion.
you guys at the end.
All right, cool. We'll ping you.
Yeah. Maybe at the end we could just talk like what we were watching and stuff like that, what we recommend. But yeah. All right, Dev, tell us what's happened in Eden Zero so far.
Chapter 108. We've got Nadia, Love of My Life. Very nice front cover, actually. Rebecca, Happy, Pino, and Shiki enjoying their time floating in the sky. It's actually one of my favorite covers so far, if I'm honest. It's really, really nice. The chapter starts with them. Remember, they went down underwater and then they found underwater. They found Bikini Bottom.
They
And
found
they
Bikini
saw
Bottom.
and they saw the Krusty Krab with the picture of Mother that we know of. And they head on in. However, as they're heading on in, Rebecca goes and double checks the little space pod that came out of the air, and has a look on inside. And inside it brings up Nadia, Love of My Life chapter title. So they walk through town and they make their way through to the temple. Along the way, they see a lot of broken down robots. Are they? Were they? Yeah, robots.
Yeah, they were robots. It's kind of
Granville. They don't look like they've been, in my opinion, necessarily attacked and destroyed. They kind of just look like they've powered down, shut down, and they're not in pieces. They've got some cracks and so on, but they're not in tiny pieces. But every single one is just donezo. They're all passed out, as Happy says. And Pino actually says that they appear to have shut down.
Holy shit.
Then, as they carry on,
holy shit.
Go on. They see who looks like what was his name from Rambo?
Oh my god.
What was his name?
Ziggy. No, the robot, his friend.
I can't remember his name.
Michael.
But like
Michael.
His best friend from Grambo. Literally the robot. Whether it's actually him or if it's just something that looks like him, it literally, my headcanon is literally him. And Shiki says, you can see Shiki has a bit of not a big shock on his face, but he kind of has a little bit of a realization, and he says, right, let's just get to the temple, because he wants to figure out what's going on. And we get the tentacle. Comes out of fucking nowhere. You know, Mashima's favorite utility to use. The tentacle monster actually manages to capture all of them, if I recall correctly. Except for Shiki.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, captures all of them except for Shiki, and is actually tightening its grip. Shiki attempts to use his ether gear. The monster goes to eat them. Shiki kind of realizes that underwater he can't really use it because gravity is a little bit different, and he actually says there's some weirdo force that messes with the gravity underwater. That's too smart for me. I guess I just need more weight. I'll make myself heavy. So we have another example of Shiki's not the smartest guy. However, he's very adept with his ether gear. He knows how to use it to do what he needs to do in any given situation. So he makes himself heavier, lands and smashes on top of the tentacle monster, and it actually releases everyone. It doesn't kill it. It's pretty pissed and chases them. But they make it to the temple. And the temple, it's underwater, but the temple is completely dry. There's no water inside. And they kind of have a little bit of a walk around. And Happy finds out that the entrances, the gateways to the temple, it's like a border of just water. It's like a wall of water, and you just go in and out, in and out. And then we get visited by the Temple of the Mother. They're in the Temple of the Mother Beacon. And its guardian is the person that we met, the name that we met in the little space pod, Nadia. And that's that chapter. So that's 108. Again, not a lot happened. We had a tiny... I wouldn't call it a fight scene. They almost got eaten, and then Shiki just went... And now they're fine. So, what do you think of the chapter?
It was refreshing to see Shiki use his head because that's something that really plagued Natsu as a character. So
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the fact that Mashima's taking these different approaches. And these comparisons to Natsu will always happen, so I'm glad that Mashima's making it clear that no, these are not the same character.
And it's nice that he's actually making it clear that that Shiki is actually capable of using his head when it comes to a fight. It shows that he's actually adept with his ether gear, which is what we want to see. We don't want to see someone who doesn't really who's too stupid to realize how to use his own ether gear properly. So it's nice, and we've seen it multiple times. We've seen him multiple times actually use his ether gear in a somewhat creative way. I'm going to put it, which we didn't necessarily see from Natsu too often. I mean, like I know Natsu was really just boom, fire, breathe, wow, but you know, it never ever hit you in the head whenever Natsu really came up with an idea until the very end. Off the top of my head,
yeah, because with Natsu, he did at one point use fire to as a jetpack essentially when he was fighting Eisenwald and Aragorn.
Yeah.
But after that, he doesn't use it. With this, with Eden Zero, Mashima is giving Shiki the ability to grow and develop his moveset instead of just being punch, 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 and that's it.
Exactly. It's nice to see. I am hoping we get to see that more and more. And it never slows down. The whole I would be very worried if we stop seeing that kind of creative side from Shiki. But if I'm honest, I don't think we will. Mashima's doing a very good job at making sure that doesn't happen.
Yep.
So that's really it for the chapter because not too much happened. We can move on to the next one, which was when it wants to load. 109 Red Cave. So remember the planet was called wasn't it just called the Red Planet?
No, it's called Red Cave.
Red Cave. So they arrived and it was all water. So let's see where it goes. Chapter starts with Nadia introducing herself. And they actually Homura points out that she's an android. She's got a long ass tail. All right. And Nadia actually says, "Oh, I'm not really here to offer you hospitality, but I assume you're looking for one thing." And they were like, "Oh, so you do have clues for it?" She goes, "Yes." So she knows instantly that they are there simply for Mother. As I stated before, I am the guardian, Nadia. I was built 200 years ago to protect the Mother Beacon. I'm interested in what this Mother Beacon is. And her job was to actually protect a treasure. However, the treasure's not there, so she's only a guardian in name. She doesn't seem too upset by that. Despite the treasure not being there, people still go there for the beacon, so that's why she stays. And also because we find out that her tail is, I assume, her power plug that she plugs into, and that's how she operates. And she mentions I'm an older model, and the cord is to help her function. She lets them know that through the doors is where they're going to find what they're looking for. But she warns them, if she goes through there, anyone who goes through there, they don't return alive. And Shiki, being Shiki, that's not going to stop us. You know, Mr. Optimistic himself. So the doors open. Very nice panel. The doors are huge. The doors are like 30, 40 feet high.
Yep.
Nice little shot of Rebecca's ass there. And they charge straight on through. They're running through, and the next load of panels actually does look really nice. It's kind of like they go into this. They're in a cave, but it looks kind of pretty actually, well kept, if you know what I mean. And cheeky with Captain Obvious. Oh, if we get to the end, we'll find what we need. And they mentioned that it's pretty hot in there, and Homura looks like she's sweating buckets. But she treats it as training. Good old Homura, always keeping her spirits up. More training, clear mind, even fire will feel cool. But it just gets worse and worse. And the next chapter, very nice view of Homura. The fire, the panel looks like flames are starting to engulf everything and anything around them. The walls and the ceiling start to get on fire. And this is why the planet is called Red Cave. Homura passes out from the heat. The heat starts burning everyone's clothes. And Shiki, being Shiki, again, this is another nice little section where he actually uses his brain. Uses ether gear to kind of release the gravity from himself, and he dashes through. Basically flies. My man just starts flying. So he's not touching the ground or anything, but he's trying to fly through the little gap that the flames are creating. And the flames start to follow him. So it tells me that the flames actually know what they're doing. And they're actually... the further you go in, the more it's going to follow you. It gets pointed out that it's not actually fire, it's magma. So Shiki kind of shits himself and he's like, hey, yo, let's retreat. And they make it back through the doors to Nadia, who's there waiting for him because she knew exactly what was going to happen. Their team then try and get an idea of who might be able to survive that. They talk about the Shining Stars. They talk about Pino and Happy. They definitely can't. Shining Stars talk to them through their little communication cube, and they're like, nope, we can't do it. Witch can't either, but she said she has a plan, and Witch just fucking disappeared. Witch went all the way back to Blue Garden. You know, we're in a different cosmos, and she's just like, hey, yo, be right back. But
she went Star Trek mode, bro.
And she went to Sherazade Theatre. Nice little show going on there. I give to you, you give to me. And more theatre. And we then see Witch turn up, right, and talk to someone that they know. The following page tells us it's Laguna Husett, the spirit of water. They're not friendly. They're still enemies, but she says, I've said I keep track of all my enemies. But today I come visit you as a friend. Would you be so kind as to help us? So she's obviously going to recruit, and I have a feeling this is the man who's going to help. You know, water, fire, water.
Earth, wind, water. Long ago, the nations lived in peace. That all changed until the Fire Nation attacked. Sorry.
Literally. Copyright incoming.
Don't even joke like that. We actually got copyright claim in our other podcast videos. I don't know. Some random shit.
Yeah. So what did you think of the chapter?
I'm curious to know the robots. I guess she's Nadia. Yeah. To know her motivation, because she kind of grinned evilly, if you will. I'm kind of curious to see what she's trying to play at.
You think she's
something not right with her, you know?
Okay.
It's also kind of curious to see what's his name? What's Pretty Boy's name from JoJo?
I don't know, bro. I don't watch that.
No, the guy, the water guy.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah, him. I'm kind of interested to see what he's doing.
Laguna.
Laguna.
Yeah, I hope it's not gonna berserk from Day Alive. If you wanna, I don't know if it's gonna be a situation where the dude is gonna be welcomed by the team, but then again, it's Shiki. The guy will probably turn up and Shiki will be like, you're here to be our friend.
Yep.
From there. But the whole magma situation, I think, is going to be very
interesting
and a lot more complicated than Water Boy comes and just puts the water out. Well, I hope it is anyway.
I wonder. I feel like I don't know. Nadia's just a mystery, and I don't know.
You think Nadia is just bored, and whenever someone comes, she's just like, let's see how fun they go. She's not actually against them, but she's just like, if they pass, they pass. If they don't,
well, I think there's more to it because remember, she has a giant cord on her back where she can't move a certain distance.
Yeah, but that's to keep her powered up because she's like 200 years old.
Oh yeah, but still, like you guys, homegirl is stuck there basically. So I don't know. Kind of intrigued to see where this goes. Nothing really happened these last two chapters besides typical Mashima shenanigans, and that's about it.
Nice, and then we've got development with the story. With both stories as well. And as I think with Eden Zero, I have a feeling we're going to find out quite a bit about Mother in an upcoming chapters. It might not necessarily be how to find her, but I think we're going to find out more information regarding how the wish works. Because whatever's at the end of the cave, there's got to be it's got to be actually something valuable for the fact for it to be protected as much as it's protected.
That's actually a good point.
Because they wouldn't go through the whole hassle of setting up that entire problem or puzzle just for nothing.
That's true. I don't know. I'm just I don't know, man. These chapters just didn't hit as they normally do because I'm usually hyping everything up.
Yeah, it's pretty lackluster chapters. There's a lot to. There's not much to bring out and talk about that we haven't already talked about. This doesn't change any of my predictions. If anything, it makes me think that my prediction about how the wish works feels more in place, because if they've got to go through this flipping Hunger Games just to get to a clue, to me it just makes it seem like the wishes are going to be even more of a flipping monkey's paw.
Yeah. Watch it all be a lie. You don't get a wish. What's wrong with you? I'm just a very tall lady. Rude.
Let's get King back in.
Let us get the King of Uncool back in.
Yeah, the Eden Zero chapters were also a bit lackluster. Not really too much happened, so it was a shorter talk.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's the two series covered for today's podcast. Do we want to just have a bit of a chit chat, or do you want to should we just call it here?
All right, get the fuck out. Bye. Nah.
We can take a quick time, have a little close off, not too long, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, just talking about what we've been watching and maybe if we have a recommendation for people.
Yeah, Again, I'm gonna go with the Misfit Demon King Academy. This week's episode was crazy, and it's only gonna keep getting better. So yeah, if you haven't watched that, I recommend it. It's 11 episodes so far. I think next week's his last one. If you're in the server and you listen to this, the group that lives in anime series, we actually plan to do a rewatch together.
The what?
A rewatch.
No, the group that what?
That live in anime series. You know, that group of like 5 or 6 people that never leave that channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, Exios, Mario, and all that.
I thought you were like talking about the server, like
No,
the server.
Fairy Tail.
Like,
so if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, you feel free to join us for that. However, it won't be a rewatch in silence. We will be talking and cracking jokes because we've all seen it. And
I hate that type of rewatch. Disgusting.
Then don't join us.
Disgusting.
No, you. Disgusting.
Yeah. In other news, for those who this podcast will come out late, but I just want to say, ha, ha, ha. I got the million Kakera. Anyway.
Yep. Muddy has
I don't even know what that is.
Muddy has reset in the server. Anos just came up and I missed him, but Spar got him. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Rest in peace. Yeah, the Muddy has reset. Join us. It is absolute chaos right now. It is friendships being lost. New friendships I say friendships being made. It's actually just alliances until give it like.
You know what? Maday is the equivalent of Mario Party and Mario Kart. It ruins families.
And Monopoly as well. So join us there. Get the Casino Paradise shop. Wow, what a roll!
What a roll! No, but I did want to say, there's gonna be a lot more giveaways in the server. There's gonna be a $50 Nintendo gift card giveaway.
Oh, we did Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo got the most votes, so Nintendo's getting the giveaway. It'll happen within a few weeks. And nice, that final roll. And then we're also doing the giveaway for Eden Zero Volume on the 15th. So that's gonna be fun. Now, regarding what we've been watching, you recommended your Anos, which means butthole in Spanish. I will recommend Bunny Girl Senpai. I binge watched the series again. Amazing. I also watched Rent a Girlfriend. I caught up with the manga, so I didn't really feel like I needed to watch the anime. But the anime is really funny. Kazuya is still a tool.
Yep.
But you know, the one thing I was talking to one of the mods about is that Kazuya is literally the opposite of the main character in Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh yeah, Chad to flipping beta.
Yeah, basically. If you guys don't know what I mean, watch both series. They're really good. The titles are actually misleading because they're a lot more thought out series than their titles would indicate. I was actually watching Fire Force. I was catching up with season 2. Yesterday I didn't.
Episode.
Yeah, yesterday I did nothing but watch anime. I watched like 3 series. My next watch will be all of Sword Art Online.
Why though?
Because I kind of want to watch it.
I feel like you'd be better to spend your time elsewhere, but it's up to you.
SAO's not good, but it's enjoyable. I enjoy it.
I mean, SAOs will got me to Fairy Tail, so it is what it is.
If you say so.
But yeah, that's about it. What about you, King?
Yeah, this is actually something I watched a couple months ago, but I just saw it again, like under my watch it again on Netflix. It's called Indian Matchmaking. It's basically this stupid like reality show. It's only got like one season with like 8 episodes. It's basically a bunch of Indian people in the US and in India just like dealing with a matchmaker and trying to find someone, and it's a pretty accurate representation. I'd say at least 70 to 80% accurate. It's about all the shit brown people have to go through and how much our parents push on us and why I would never ever let my family make any kind of life-changing decisions for me. So yeah,
Okay.
if anybody wants to wallow in what may one day be my misery, that's a interesting show to check out. Although it is funny as well. I'm just gonna add that it's not like a total drag.
I just actually put it up on my Netflix and added it to my list, so
Cool.
I'll get to it. So I still need to watch Lucifer, bro. Oh, my days.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like yeah, of course. And if you haven't watched Lucifer yet, go start that.
I got Gnarly God in the server at me like, oh, bringing it up every few days. Like, hey, have you watched it yet? And I keep saying I will, but I keep forgetting. So
You don't really.
I will watch it.
You don't need to watch it.
No, I do because I love Lucifer.
You're gonna be disappointed by the season.
That's fine as long as I still.
By which what? By what season?
Season 5 of Lucifer.
No, dude, you're gonna like that shit.
Look, it's Lucifer, bro. My man cracks me up. So even if it has a shitty ending to the season, I'm still gonna enjoy it.
Which the ending is fucking great.
No, the ending is amazing. The first episode is amazing. Episodes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are eh.
Episode 4 is, but I don't agree with the rest.
Well, we gotta have a conversation once Dev finished watching it.
Yeah,
because the ending was holy shit.
Yeah, the ending was like up there. Yeah, probably the best ending any season has had so far.
Oh my god, that fucking ending! And then we don't find out that we don't learn that the part 2 of the season got delayed in. I think it was indefinitely, last I checked, because of the COVID. So
it was, but I don't think it's been like. Well, they haven't announced a date, but they are filming it. Like, there's actually a video that just got released onto YouTube a couple days ago where they're like behind the scenes filming and they're doing a musical episode, which is going to be kind of dumb, but you know, if it's these guys, I feel like it will be entertaining.
Potentially, yeah, you're right.
Okay. Well, I'll try and watch it by the time we have the next podcast, and then we can chat about it.
Yeah, or at least just like check out however much you can by that point, and then like give us your opinions on it.
Yeah, I should be able to. It's still 45 minutes an episode, so I'll just try and do it at lunch at work.
Yeah.
I get an hour lunch, so that's if I take the lunch, but yeah. All right, cool. Well, anything else, boys? I
don't think so.
We done? I think that's about it. Unfortunately, the chapter's a little bit lackluster, guys. Sorry, this episode probably was a bit boring for you guys. If the chapter's not being as exciting, it wasn't really much we could do about it. Also, a lot of us would need to try and do other stuff at the same time.
I do want to bring up as well that we're having some technical issues with the Fun podcast that we recorded last week. So I'm still working on that. So I will get back to everybody once I get some clearer ideas on how to fix what's gone wrong.
I feel like we should just release it in its entirety at this point. No 2 parts. Just release it as one.
Yeah, we'll look into that.
Yeah.
The issue is also like on Lizzie's end now because it was on mine first and now it's hers. So we'll see, or we can call Andrew and see what he can do.
He's gonna make Star Wars references up the ass.
One thing I do actually want to point out, I only noticed this the other day. There is a fan color of chapter 100 of Eden Zero. Is it on Sorcerer Weekly?
No, it's on.
No, it's on Read Easy. readingzero.com. They've got a fan color on there. It's actually really nice. I read through it. It's chapter 100. Coloring's quite nice. Really well done. If you want to get an idea of what the characters' colors are like, we have seen them from when the announcement for the anime came. Have a look at it. It is really nice. I actually quite enjoyed it. I saved a few of the panels as well.
Nice.
He just liked them because of the girls' asses.
I mean, you're
I
not
mean, what's
wrong.
not to like?
I ain't gonna deny it.
I don't know. I don't know. These chapters kind of sucked, but they really suck. But they kind of sucked. If that makes sense.
They were just
I mean,
lackluster.
they were just filler, to be honest. I mean, the fairy tale was. I don't know about Eden Zero.
I mean, to be fair, last week's fairy tale or the chapter before was also filler for fairy tale, but it was more fun.
And it was also like closer to the action. Like it's been a little while since Alderon was beaten.
Like Eden Zero it's not filler right now, but it's just we're kind of, we know where we're going, we know what we want from it, and we're just waiting for that. So yeah. Okay. Well, with that, guys, not much else we can say. So we will see you at the next podcast.
Don't forget to wash your hands, socially distance, and follow procedures to make sure you don't experience COVID-19. If you're in the United States and your city or state is burning, run away from the fire. Yes, get the hell out. Yeah. Run away from the fire.
Yeah, stay safe, guys. I know it's actually crazy out there right now. Meanwhile, in the UK, I'm just sitting and enjoying it.
You also have, well, I mean, I was going to say you have Boris as your prime minister, but we have Trump.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, complete. I know we're not a politics show or whatever, and I don't give a fuck. But how do you know something's going to happen, but don't tell the public? You get me? Like, come on, bro.
I don't know, dude. We don't really know what we can do, how they can do it, but we don't know the back end of things. So that's the way I think.
Funny you mentioned that. I literally just that vibrator noise that just came up was actually a Twitter notification that says Israel is going into its second lockdown.
Oh, boys.
Because the cases there are getting pretty bad.
Oh. If you don't want to experience that, make sure you're all staying inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I won't talk politics because I don't lean either way.
Yeah. Go to world events and do
it. No thanks.
We're not leaving casinos, so that ain't happening.
I have over 1 million Kakara. I don't